soul of the bay, that's me. That's us, that's my team. We gon' do it for the bay though. Forever we faithful. Forever we faithful.
Not again.
Forever we faithful.
Forever we faithful. Niner my gang, whoa, that back came real fast. I feel like Usain Bolt. These teams not like us, they not in the same boat. We beat all the big teams, we got all the big rings. I read in that gold. We ball never fold, grind stay in that mold. Another ring is the goal. All we do is win, 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 no matter what. It's a scary sight, a Niner jersey and a cut. Faithful to the beta, Niner gang, yeah we up, living plush. Soon as you look up, another touch. Damn, it ain't next year, it's our year. Nah, crowd full of red, white, and gold, screaming loud. Let's get it in, let's get it in. Niner gang, another win. Let's get it in, let's get it in.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Freeman, joined by me and my co-hosts Deon Johnson and Christian Dyer. How you doing, fellas?
Good.
Good. Another day, another week. All right. Another football game. We're back here again. Gonna play the in division against the Rams. We got the injury report updated. Deon, you got that pulled up already?
Yes, sir. You already know. All right. So injury report for this week is for the Rams. Looks like the only people that are probably going to not play are going to be Tyler Higbee, Larrick Jackson, who's an offensive lineman, and Byron Young. He didn't practice on Friday, so it doesn't say anything for their game status. I know Puka Nacua and Darius Williams are full go. Jordan Whittington is questionable, but he most likely, questionable to me means he'll play. For us with the Niners, Jesus Christ, this is a laundry list.
Damn, Deon getting bodied by Stewart in the fucking chat.
Well, I don't even know what the heck is happening right now. I didn't even see anything.
He's watching and he freaking responded.
You say he's watching and responding?
No, he's watching and he responded, making fun of you being a Dodgers fan.
Oh, look, bro.
It was funny. It was funny. Hey, I thought you noticed.
I don't care what you say. Say what you want, bro. We're the champs. You're not. You guys suck. We don't.
He responded to me. He said, bully the Frauders fan into wearing a real hat. I see.
Oh wow, that's cute. Yeah. First of all, I wore this hat because I'm a diehard Niner fan. Second of all, nobody bullied me in shit. This guy. Let's see. So out obviously is Ricky Pearsall, Michael Williams. Like, we know who's actually out.
Ricky's probably not going to even come back till after the bye week.
Oh no, we're gonna get to that in a second, Lefty. Let me finish up with this because that's definitely a topic of discussion. So questionable is Tatum Bethune, Brock Purdy, D. Winters, Ben Barch, Alfred Collins.
Dude, I don't know. Bethune was on the fucking.
Yeah, but no,
I thought that was Winters.
Well, no, it's just everybody I named. So pretty much, the nice thing is Jake Brendel and Bryce Huff. Give me a sec, y'all. I got the damn trash truck outside. Loud as shit.
coming to take that Dodger trash out.
Oh man, dude. I can't, bro. This is hilarious. Well, we wait for Deon to continue the injury report. For those of you watching over on X, we cannot see your comments, but please hit that repost and that like button. And also come over to YouTube, either for our fifth podcast or Niner Gang Podcast, and we'll definitely see you guys in the chat. Hit that like, subscribe button, both channels. We'll definitely appreciate it. It goes a long way. And yeah, Deon.
All right, so looks like good Lord, this is just never ending.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
But either way, pretty much everybody will typically wind up playing that's going to be questionable. All of the guys that are named for the 49ers. Jennings, Mac Jones, Darrell Luter, they're all full goals. But here's my thing. On our injury list is one Jake Brendel. I'd like him to stay there and hang out.
Mhm.
I don't see a reason to switch it up, man. Mac Jones has better, chemistry with Matt Hennessy anyway. And Hennessy's been playing fairly well. He's not a world beater, but at
You
the
don't
end of
sit
the
around
day,
and watch the play happen. He fucking
exactly.
helps.
So for me, my personal thing with that is you got to, at some point, as Kyle Shanahan and Chris Forrester look at the line and go, this is what's best for the team. Jake, sit your ass down. What do y'all think about that?
I 100% agree.
Lefty, how you feel?
They're gonna play Brindle. That's just how it is. It's just I don't want to see it, but it's gonna happen, and it's fucking gonna suck because he's terrible. But I don't understand why we can see that he's terrible with our eyes, but the team can't. So
Kyle,
There you go. So on the topic, while we're on that topic, we're going to stick with the injury thing. Talk about Ricky Pearsall. Pearsall had the unfortunate situation last year of being shot. Thank God he made it out alive. Thank God there was nothing, detrimental to his health. He was able to overcome that. And he came in toward the end of the year and kind of, did a little bit. Wound up, making a little bit of a name for himself.
That's what what happened last year doesn't count towards like people saying he's injury prone. He just has a knee injury this year, so it's one injury.
So for me, my thing is, what is the problem?
It's the PCL. Matt, it's the PCL, and it takes time to heal.
I wasn't finished on that one, bro.
Oh, all right.
What I'm saying is,
my bad.
What is the issue? And at this point, what's the point? I'm sorry. I have two of my top receivers. This is supposed to be my X and my Z. And neither one of these guys have touched the field in a way that actually matters. Pearsall played, 1-2 games? Max?
I think like 3.
Yeah. And Brock Purdy has not even seen the field, but from the sideline for week upon week upon week. Now, mind you, yes, it's really good that Mac Jones is playing this well, but I'm sorry, we just gave you $252 million. Somebody better figure out what the heck is going on and get him on the field. Because at this point, we literally could possibly not see for the rest of the season our starting quarterback and our starting 2 wide receivers, which would be ridiculously horrible. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Because to me personally, it's starting to feel like Ricky was a waste of time because he unfortunately is injured and he can't do nothing. And then now we got Brock Purdy with this toe injury. Just ain't heard nothing on him. We ain't even seen his practice window open. Like, at this point, it's almost not even a point to bring IU back or to do anything else. Why? Because what's the significance? He's been sitting on the bench the whole time. What are you going to have him do? Come in against the Rams and knock the rust off? That ain't working. Like, if you don't bring these dudes back after the bye week, why bring them back at all? Like, this is just really confusing. I wonder how you feel about this because it's pissing me off. Like we need to figure out what the heck it is. I mean, damn, our group chat for the life of me is named Dignity 49ers because we sit on it. We always injured. I'm happy the team is winning. I'm happy we're doing what we can with the guys that we have. But at the end of the day, these are starters. These are guys getting paid. Ricky's a first-round pick. You know what I'm saying? Brock is $250. Until I get my contract, and then, oh, by the way, at the end, I made it a little harder than it should have been. Like, this is a lot of money. I'm a little confused, man.
So Kylie, he said, you have to remember turf toe's serious injury. It ended Patrick Willis and Deion Sanders' career.
While I understand that, I'm not paying you $252 million to be dealing with this, bro. You got to figure it out. And that falls back on Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch and Jed York. I'm gonna have to throw him in here too. That training staff you got is horrible. Why do we have this many damn injuries on a yearly basis, year in and year out? It's like you pick failures on purpose. And then we wind up on the injury list and you're like, oh, I don't know how it happened. It's football. And everybody's like, oh, well, it's football. You get injured. No, not this much. There are other teams that stay relatively healthy throughout the damn year. Here, man.
Fucking Tommy with the fucking strays right now, bro.
But yeah, but it's killing me right now. I'm sorry, man.
What's up,
It's killing me. I don't. This is getting really annoying, man.
So
all these people out, and that's a lot of money sitting on the bench. Like, and I'm telling you right now, this literally, for lack of a better term, makes Kyle look like a genius. And I don't give him that tag.
I mean,
because he's out there winning with backups, pretty much nobody's. His line is trash. Everybody thought Mac Jones' career was over until he came here, and now he looks like a quarterback again.
I mean, he's doing an unbelievable job with the injuries.
Yeah, no.
But it's crazy. Like, as injured as we are, the whole league is absolutely diminished by injuries.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the whole league is just absolutely ravished. It's terrible how many injuries there's been this year. I think they need to go back to like 2-a-days and actually hitting in practice, so these guys are freaking calloused and not getting hurt all the time. I know since the last couple CBAs, they don't practice hard, but I think that's why they get injured more. It's like, no, they need to practice hard.
Okay, so I have a rebuttal to that, Christian. All I've heard from former players that have played for 49ers has said they do practice hard. Every time.
Hard enough. The league doesn't practice hard.
Obviously, if they practice hard, man, like that definitely can.
But what's practicing hard? Just doing drills and tiring yourself out. I'm talking about
they're saying like actual like practice, like getting ready for a game practice they practice hard.
I mean,
because they're not allowed to really hit each other that much, though, Deon, and because of that, it leads to injuries, right? That's why they're like, oh, we're not letting the starters play in preseason, so they're getting hurt in the game. Well, then fucking practice hard in practice and hit each other in practice. They're not really allowed to under the CBA to actually really hit each other.
I mean,
it's not like the 90s, the 80s and 90s when you had 2-a-days and hit each other all day practice and guys didn't get hurt often. They get hurt way more now than they did back then, by a lot.
Yeah,
because they're going from not hitting each other a lot to fucking being in a car wreck constantly during the games. It's like, no, fucking they have to prep their bodies and get hit the shit out of in practice, and then they'll fucking build the callus and not get hurt all the time.
So
that's why the injuries back then were way less than now.
So how do you feel about all this money sitting on the bench?
I mean that it's not that it's just a bunch of money. It's just like, yeah, the problem is the guys you do pay got hurt, but the whole team's hurt. Guys that are cheap are hurt. Guys that are expensive are hurt.
But I don't care about cheap dudes being hurt because that.
But I mean that's just football. Like, and that's what you have to deal with the way the game's played now. Because of the way that they do it, guys get hurt more often. So you got all these guys that are your best players are injured because it's just how it is. Other teams are dealing with the same thing.
Yeah, for example, Joe Burrow. He has the same injury as Brock.
I know. I mean,
look, guys. Let's not fly off the rails.
The best receiver on the Packers.
The Niners and what
I know, but it's.
I don't care.
But you have to relate what the Niners are going through with the rest of the league.
We don't need to go off over about everybody else and their injury woes. I don't care about the.
No, but it's relative.
I care about this team.
It's relative.
And what we're doing, and that we have a crap training staff that can't keep anybody healthy.
I don't think it's that.
Year out are in the top 10 of injuries every year. And you can't tell me you can't care about the training staff because they got to have something to do with this. They're not doing something right with these guys. They don't feed them right. They don't hydrate them right. Something is wrong.
Well, the soft tissue injuries are a problem.
There's only a certain amount of people that seem to wind up missing injury. Fred literally only wound up being injured because of the way that that happened.
The soft tissue injuries are a problem with the training staff. I agree. I don't know what's up with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's just something has to change. But I think at the new CBA, something has to change too to prevent some of these injuries across the league. So it's all relative.
What I'll say to that is, you got a bunch of soft ass people out there on the field. Like, you got dudes out there that will cry, "Oh, we break this too much. Oh, they hit me too hard. Oh, it hurts." You signed up to play a gladiator sport. Don't go out here and try to cry about it.
But that also is going to be from
what may come when you know what you asked for.
But it's the style of football that they play that's going to cause that. If you go back to old school style, it's not going to be that way.
I mean, true. You know, old school players back in the day didn't get injured.
But they don't allow you, and then they don't. They call it. The rules are kind of set up to where you can't hit guys a certain way, and it's like that's football. And then guys get hurt when they do get hit that way so it's just everything leads to the same thing of guys getting hurt. Like, for instance, you want to flag people and suspend people for hitting a quarterback when he's sliding. Stop fucking allowing the slide for quarterbacks. It's more dangerous than just hitting a quarterback straight up in the chest. Yeah. I'd rather my quarterback be running and get leveled from the side and into his shoulder out of bounds or something than go slide and get fucking killed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get rid of that fucking play. Like, they want to officiate certain things and allow certain things and then not allow. So, like, the way the game's played is not helpful for injuries most of the time. Like, it's not physical enough in practice, causing injuries. They don't allow certain hits, and then when those hits happen because it's football, because you can't avoid everything, there's injuries. It's just the way that they try to protect the players so much now isn't actually protecting them. It's making it worse.
I get you.
That's the problem. Like, friggin' Stroud gets a concussion because he's an idiot and doesn't know how to slide, and he gets hit legally. Just dive, dude. You have a better chance of surviving diving forward than you do in the slide.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't slide and just take a damn hit and get leveled. You're at least, if you can take a hit, you're probably going to be all right.
Yeah. So let's get into this game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got the lamb chops. We got them at home. We are in Santa Clara. Since we already went to Levi South and took care of that.
We got them at home again.
Their offense is going to be a juggernaut.
Right back at home.
Defense.
You know what I'm saying? But what do you say? You don't know what you know who don't get injured? This guy right here.
Right, it's on YouTube.
Hey, look, I didn't even go front you, bro. I didn't see some content creators come over and cast some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, dying, man. I don't know how they get injured, but whatever they do, sometimes it happens.
Poor media, man.
Oh, media, yeah, with his hands and everything. But let's talk about this game, man. We got to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Their offense versus our defense. Our defense has not necessarily been, the best. We definitely are not generating a lot of pressure. We literally have only 11 sacks on the season.
Yeah.
We are getting Bryce Huff back. So I do believe Bryce Huff is going to play.
Yep.
And
maybe him and White can generate a pass rush.
I was gonna say that bodes well for us. I don't know. I'm not gonna be hype on Keon White until I see something from him. You gotta show me something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've barely seen him, but he played okay against the Giants.
For me personally, if the
Farrell helps
Vrabel's staff and he couldn't get on the field, that's a knock.
Yeah, but that's not. That's partially because he was the old regime's guy, and sometimes that happens when it just doesn't fit into what you're doing, the style, and it doesn't fit Vrabel's style. Man, so it's not always a knock on the guy's playing ability because he doesn't fit, and he was from the old regime, and like somebody like Vrabel is going to do what he wants to do regardless. I'm not going to play into. We got to let the guy play some snaps and see.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I'm sorry. When I have a very, very defensive
perfect example for that is Bryce Huff, dude. He barely played with the Eagles, and then when he came over here, look.
He looks like Huff. He looked like so far. He's looked like Huff in the Jets.
But here's my rebuttal to that. Was he not familiar with Robert Saleh?
Yes, and he's done well. Other than his injury, he's been playing great.
But the familiarity is what brought him here. Keon White has no familiarity with nobody. So
that's not. But the point is Brandon's point though, Deon, was it doesn't always work out with certain people.
Hold on. We can't keep interrupting each other. We keep talking over each other. That's not going to work. All I'm saying is you can have your opinion. I'm going to have mine. I trust the fact that I don't care if you came over from a different regime. I trust the fact that if Mike Vrabel, a defensive-minded guy, because when you come in as a new head coach, you look at the previous regime's people and see what you have already there. You have to. You don't have a choice because this is what you got to start working with. And then you start trying to bring in guys that you have. So obviously, for me, for my liking, I'm not saying anybody else has to feel the way I feel. I'm just saying for my liking, if I see that you came in, you kept the guy, you maybe saw a little something, but you didn't see enough for him to get on the field and earn playing time. So for me, when we bring in a guy like that, to me, that's a nobody. And ain't nothing to it until I see something, until I see some pressure, until I see some actual sacks.
I know, but
I see a return on my investment. For me, not everyone else. I'm not going to believe in a dude that has nothing going on.
He's played one game. He's got to get a couple games under his belt here.
Well, yeah,
and learn the
I'm,
defense.
I'm a wait and see guy. I don't jump on the trail.
I'm hoping the pass rush is better with him on and Huff out there, and then Farrell obviously makes it better.
Well,
I'm hoping CJ West gets some playing time. I think I like him out there. Maybe he was a healthy scratch because he still has that broken hand and a club on his hand. So last time, I like him out there too. I think his pass rush ability's actually gotten better over the season when he has been out there. So, but he's really good against the run. Alfred Collins has been good against the run. Yeah. So they're not going to run on us, but if we don't have a pass rush, they're going to dice us up. They have probably the best offense in the NFL.
They did. Yeah. They did do that in week 5.
Yeah,
they probably have the best offense.
Like what, over 300 yards or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. They have an unreal. Their defense or their offense is probably, I'd say, the best.
Oh no.
They have by far the best quarterback in the league right now is probably Stafford.
So and I'll tell you right now, when it comes to the receiving core, I kept telling people to stop writing off Devontae Adams. I don't know why.
Him and Adams and Stafford were going to figure it out. I mean, I don't expect the Niners to win this game.
It's chemistry that has to be built. Yeah, and once that chemistry is built, now you got a problem because if I pay attention to Puka Nacua and leave Devontae open, him and Stafford now have started to build a little bit of chemistry, so he's going to go to him without fail. Yeah. Like for us right now in this game, honestly, the way that we have to attack on defense is we're going to have to make sure that we are on our P's and Q's when it comes to defending Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. And we're going to just have to hope that front seven can hold it down for the rush.
I don't think we're going to, unless we actually get some pass rush. I don't expect us to win this game. They got too much on offense for us. And like I just
Williams is a monster, man. Like
I'm not worried about the run game. I mean, we've done well against the run.
Their run game isn't that great.
No, it's just they have really, really good passing offense. Like Stafford's going to drop back a lot, and if we're not putting him on his ass, then we got no chance.
Okay, Kyron Williams is averaging 4.4 yards a carry. Okay, I don't know what's not good about that, but that's a lot better than what we've been averaging. So you got to be mindful with Kyron Williams. I'm not going to write him off like that.
You're more worried about him out of catching the ball out of the backfield though, Deon, than running the ball.
I honestly am more worried about him running the ball. Kyron Williams always has good games against us for the most part.
He mostly fumbles against us, actually.
Yeah,
all his fumbles in his career against us.
Well, the funny thing, that's probably with all pro Fred in there, who's on the bench. So we can't have it.
But we still got Bethune's been killing it out there. So I don't know. We'll see.
He's been looking good, but I ain't seen that. There ain't been no forced fumbles, man.
Yeah. We're not getting a lot of turnovers because we're not,
We need those. We need turnovers. That's exactly what we need. We need lots
the defense needs to stop playing soft and actually take some chances. That's the thing. Salah's not having the defense take, because there's a lack of pressure. He's not really having the DBs and linebackers take chances. and be a little more aggressive at times, and
Yeah.
because of the lack of
And
pass rush. So
he's gonna have to at some
you
point.
have to take some chances to
Yeah.
win
We
games
have-
like this, because you have to find a way to get
Tomorrow we
turnovers. We have to get turnovers, but we don't get turnovers. That's the problem.
Mhm.
Like, that's why I don't think we're going to win, because I don't know if we can get enough turnovers to
I-
make a difference.
I don't know,
Now-
man. Last game I didn't think we were gonna win, and we actually won. So I have my
But the Rams are
up
the
there.
Rams are a much better team than the Giants.
No, I'm talking about the last time we played against the Rams.
But we also had Fred Warner, which is a huge. He makes a
Mhm.
big difference, big difference, right? So like
Very big difference.
he can shut down their tight end anytime, right?
Yeah.
Big difference.
So now this time
Um,
we have George Kittle back.
True.
Right.
So like maybe we can keep up with them on offense, because if we
That's
can
what I'm
have
thinking too.
if we can do on offense what we did to them in LA, then yeah. But it's hard to. I'm not going to count us out, but I'm not expecting us to win.
So for me, this is what I would think, and y'all tell me what y'all think as well. For a game plan, I'm running a lot of 2 tight end sets. George
I
Kittle
love that idea.
and Jake Tonjes are going to be out there a lot.
Yes.
And I'm going to attack you with them and Christian McCaffrey.
No, well, give Robinson some touches. I think he actually fits better
Yes.
in that style.
Well, my thing is also, I hope Kyle leaned on Robinson for some intel on that dang offense. He played in it for several years. You got to figure out something. You got to know what McVay likes to do. You could understand that as a coach. But what I'm saying is, I agree with that. But make sure that what you're doing is you're attacking them with that run game to keep that clock moving. And then at the same time, attack them with Kittle, attack them with Tonjes. And they definitely ain't going to expect Tonjes. They're going to look for 85. They ain't going to look for Tonjes. I don't know.
Tonjes had 2 touchdowns against them in that game.
He did, but I can tell you right now, with 85 on the field, the focus goes to him. We all know how this
Yeah,
works.
I mean, if we're running a 2 tight end set, I love 2 tight ends and 2 backs, because if Robinson's actually finally learning the offense,
if we throw Juice and
not even Juice, Robinson and CMC, because if he's learning the offense, having them both out there, because CMC's so important.
Exactly. Hey, this is what's going to happen on this play. Go here, go there.
Exactly. So if CMC's so important in the pass game, but Robinson gives us a better chance in getting bigger runs because of the way he runs.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, because it's not a knock on CMC. The problem is the way that we're blocking on the offensive line. He's got to constantly make a guy miss.
There you go.
Because he's not a guy that's going to break a lot of tackles. He's going to run into the open space, but there's not a lot of open space. So it's not that he lost a step. It's none of that. It's that he's constantly having to get around guys before he even gets to the line, because the offensive line's bad. But Robinson, who runs tall but runs heavy, he can break arm tackles and run through guys to where it doesn't matter. He's not trying to move. He's not trying to jump cut and get out of the way. He's just going to run right through you.
And
he's putting his foot in the ground and just go. So that's why when we see him run, he gets big runs and he does well, because he's just powerful and runs through guys, where McCaffrey's not going to do that.
The other thing about Robinson is this week, what I would say, last week, he got his first touchdown as a Niner. That gives him a big boost of confidence.
There's a good run too.
Now I got into the end zone and I ran through a play. Like, once you do that, it takes a little bit of the weight off his shoulders. So he'll be definitely doing good.
But he's just a typical downhill runner, and that's what we need. And they need to just let him get the ball and do it. Like, if you notice on like the pitches, when we run a pitch, because he's a downhill runner and he just goes, he doesn't look for the most space like McCaffrey's looking for the most space, because he's not going to run through a bunch of tackles because of his size. And then when you see Robinson run the same play, he just says, fuck it, runs downhill, try to tackle me. And it works because he's not afraid of an arm tackle, because he's going to run through it anyway.
Yeah, but
that's the difference.
As well as he's gotten banged up in the past, and I think sometimes you become a little more apprehensive.
Well, McCaffrey's just a smaller back in the sense he's not running through arm tackle. He's running through space, and then good luck trying to get him. And then he'll bounce. He can bounce off, certain tackles and stuff. I'm just saying, but when you have Robinson, who's like just a heavy downhill runner, he's just going to run through everybody. So it's a big difference between the two. One looking for space to get through, or one guy's like, I don't care if there's a tiny little space, I'm just going to run through your ass anyway.
Right.
That's why every time we see Robinson take a pitch, he's getting 10, 15 yards at a time.
Yeah.
Or McCaffrey only might get 4 yards because there's not a lot of space.
Mm.
Doesn't
So-
mean McCaffrey lost a step or he's not. It's just he's good in space when you give him a hole. And Robinson doesn't always need a hole. He's just going to run through everybody.
So basically, we need to start off this game with running the damn ball first.
Yeah, well, the way that we win our games, and this is just me being honest, is we win by running the ball. When Kyle Shanahan runs the ball more than 25 times, it's like 25 or 30 times, his record is almost impeccable. Like
Right.
it's really that simple. So
But we have to actually weirdly enough in this game, they have a really good pass rush and good line
Yeah.
to stop the run. We have to get the ball out quick because their secondary is their weakest part of their defense,
yeah, that's what I'm
which
saying.
we exploited last time. So I don't know for how much we're going to be able to run the ball. I
Well,
think
we
we
could-
just need
what I'm
to
trying to
throw it
say-
a lot.
Because the past 2 games that we won, we ran the ball first. We fucking confuse them, right?
Exactly.
First, and then start passing the ball when we can, you know?
I just think if we're going to beat them, we have to use the same formula we did against them on Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
Dude, we,
I mean,
Mac
I'm-
has to get the ball out
I'm-
quick because it and frustrate their defense because it couldn't get to him.
I think KB had like 180 yards. or something
Because
like that?
KB's
went
really
off.
good. He's got a really good release off the line, and he's open
Yeah,
on
he
the quick throws. So they should do the same thing, right? That's why it sucks not having Ricky because Ricky's also good off the line, so you can get the ball out quick, right? So it's either you're going to use a lot of slants and stuff, or like you said, if we do 2 tight end sets, you can get the ball out quick to the tight ends and let them get the yak.
Mhm.
Because both our tight ends are big, dude. Tondres is 6 foot,
Yeah.
is 6'5", dude. So he's not going to be easily tackled by their DBs the
Yeah.
same way with Kittle. So it's just going to be interesting to see what the game plan is, because it should be similar to what it was the last time we played them. But we actually have a bonus that we have Kittle back, and Kittle
Yeah.
always owns the Rams. They can't cover him,
Yeah.
right? So like you were saying, Deon, if we run 2 tight ends,
There you go.
how do you cover them both if you can't cover cover Kittle? And if
Yeah.
you try to cover Kittle and then Tondres is going to be open
Yeah.
over the middle. So
So we just got to attack now on defense, man. This is going to be one of the toughest tasks. I think the toughest task we've had all season,
I think you got to blitz a lot.
because it's going to be a situation where this is Robert Saleh versus Sean McVay. And Saleh's going to have to do exactly what Christian said a little bit earlier. You've got to allow these dudes to play a little bit of man. Can't keep doing this soft zone crap, because the thing about it is they just pick you apart. They
Mhm.
find the spots and just
It's
sit
tough.
there, and it's too easy to be able to throw the ball because you already know where they need to
It's
sit down.
right.
Like, the
It's
receivers
tough to
are
play zone.
understanding that this part of the field, this little patch of grass, is gonna always be there, because
It's-
you know what, the scheme they run, it runs a certain way, and that's where I have my love hate with Robert Saleh. He gets so stuck in this scheme, and if you run the scheme properly.
Well, I
everyone
mean,
has-
he is trying to do his
blah,
best
blah,
with
blah. But
little to
it-
work
it-
with.
Like, for me, it's like, I get it, man, but that obviously, if it ain't working,
The-
you need to change something. So you can't stick to something that does not work. You got to be able to
Right.
try it differently. The definition of insanity is literally doing the same thing,
Mhm.
over and over
Expecting
again.
a different outcome.
Yeah, different outcome.
but-
If it's not working, recognize it, figure out a way to be able to get it together, and then put that game plan together and go out and execute. Because Devontae Adams is there, Puka Nacua is there, Matthew Stafford's there, Kyron Williams is there.
Well, the
And I
typical-
don't think they have Tyler Higbee this game, but heck, that little backup tight end they got, he ain't been doing too bad himself.
Yeah.
So you
The
just
typical
have to be
thing.
mindful of all those weapons, and when you are, and you can be able to set up a proper game plan, you can slow down Puka Nacua. You're not going to stop him. With Devontae,
Well,
you can
it's-
hold them off because they'll try to focus more on Puka. But I think if you slow down Puka a little bit, that'll help.
See, but every time the reason Puka does good is because people are playing zone all the time against him, not man. He's slow.
Yeah, he's not fast. Yeah, he's
So
not
like, but the problem is Salah's defense is get a pass rush with 4 and play zone, but you needed the pass rush to get to them if you're going to play zone, which I think the better option against the Rams is play man coverage, bump and run, which I haven't seen a bump and run all damn season. I don't even know why do you let these guys get free releases, especially when they're
bump and
small.
run is dead. It's a dead art in the NFL. I don't know why you have.
It bugs me because, like, dude,
like you have that 5 yards to make their life hell, and no one will do it.
I know.
Like,
The Niners play freaking 6-7 yards off the ball.
Yeah, you couldn't play me on that. And you gonna give me an opportunity to be mad? You better hope and pray that extra second doesn't let my guy get home.
Yeah. What I would be doing,
I'm on you. And if
what I'd be doing,
going up the sideline, you can do exactly what Demo almost did to the Giants tight end last week. Use your hip and push him out of bounds, because you know the rule. If you're out of bounds, you can't be the first person to touch the ball. So if I put you out of bounds, now you don't matter. Yeah. I literally don't even have to worry about you.
I think the Niners
and make sure you get out. And when I see that you stepped on that white line, if you do anything, I'm running over to the coach going, no, I made sure he was out of bounds. Go ahead and throw that flag because they need to give us our yardage. We haven't yet. I hope we do. I really hope we do.
I think the Niners need to – they're never going to do it, but they should try to be, jamming guys at the line, playing man coverage against the Rams, and blitzing a lot. Like, I don't know if Nick Martin's going to actually be freaking, available to play, because he's always a healthy scratch. But it's like, dude, the guy's freaking fast. Let him be the freaking blitzing linebacker.
So here's
linebacker, because we have other guys injured and he's healthy and he's fucking fast. Use him in the blitz.
So here's what everybody keeps telling me, because I keep asking the same question you just did, Nick. Christian. Everybody keeps saying because he is that liability on special teams, they ain't having no faith in putting him in on actual defense, giving him any reps. And to me, it doesn't make sense, because some guys just aren't special teams guys.
I know, seriously.
Literally, where they're better at just playing football than trying to come down and run and do all that. And sometimes you got to recognize that. I honestly think Nick Martin would definitely be an upgrade over,
especially
Curtis Robinson. Like, these dudes ain't no world beaters. They ain't out there doing nothing.
And Nick Martin can actually run with
and he would hit hard.
He can run with guys because he's fast.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, he's actually really fast. Like, remember when we were watching in the preseason and he's overrunning guys? He's overrunning guys because he's so damn fast. He's like, shit, missed my angle, and then he's passed because he's got speed. It's like, use him to blitz.
Yeah.
If he's that fast, at linebacker.
4 plays this game. Go get the quarterback. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, they're not going to do it, but.
No, but yeah, we can hope. So how do y'all think that, who is the defense coordinator for the Rams?
I don't
even know.
I don't care about the Rams. I don't know what their shit is.
Well, no, I'm just saying, look, we got to figure out, like, Kyle's got to figure out something against this guy.
I mean, he'll do fine. I mean, the offense did just fine against the Rams last time. I'm not worried about the offense. I'm worried about the defense.
They always have good games against the Rams, so I'm not worried about it.
They do. I'm just worried about the defense, because the defense is broken.
Kyle has basically like a, what do you call it? Like, he has
lopsided record against McVay.
Yeah, Sean McVay
beat him like 3 or 4 times.
Well, our overall record, I think we got them by like 10 or 11 games in general, whenever we played the Rams. Yeah.
It's just this defense is not built right now to beat that offense. And that's scary.
It's because of our injuries, right? But this team finds a way to get shit done and win games especially. That's
the thing they've done this year. So that's why I'm not picking them to win, but I'm not going to count them out, because they could find a way to do it.
And
I tell you this, you better be careful of Jared Verse. That young man.
He didn't do nothing against us last game, so I'm not too worried.
He's on Trent's side, right?
Jared Verse is everywhere.
He wasn't able to really get home much against us last time, so they do the same thing.
Remember, dude, they were getting frustrated because of how quick Mac Jones was getting the ball out.
Oh yeah. I did see them doing that much.
I don't see why they're not going to do that again.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, KB can have
I'm
the
not really.
game. I ain't mad at that.
I'm not really too worried about the offense. The offense, I think, will be fine. I just, it's just the defense, whether or not they can get enough stops.
Got to come out fast, dude,
Got it.
and not flat.
Okay, so with that being said, tell me who on defense, since that's what we need to do, Christian, who on defense needs to be the guy to do it?
Huff, dude. Huff and Farrell. The two of them got to get home.
I like that. I like that answer.
All right,
Honestly.
Christian.
I'd honestly like to see.
Here. You don't hang out in here. There's chaos. That's
I'd like to see Farrell line up next to Huff, so they both working together to one of them get through. Because Farrell's our best pass rushing D lineman, I'd say right now. So
Yeah, now that
I like to see you line them two up together.
Man, and Mike Cal was getting his fucking feet wet, bro. Ugh.
I know he was getting better each week. Like losing him when he was improving as much as he was a real bummer.
Yeah, but I mean,
but yeah, I think those two.
I think if we stick with running the ball, get ourselves some 2 tight end sets, and feed Kittle and Tonjes, it'd be an easy win because we can walk down the field, take our time. We ain't got to rush, and as long as we do that. If we slow down Puka Nacua, just keep some eyes on the
time of possession is going to be very important in this game.
Yeah, we can't have a lot but number one thing for us is we cannot have a Houston time of possession.
Well, that's why we beat the Rams last time. I think we dominated time of possession last time. Yeah. Because every drive we had was quick throws and marching down the field.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what the TOP was when they played us. Honestly, since they played us, they haven't taken an L.
Their offense is very good.
They haven't played really anybody tough.
But you can't really say that because the league's kind of broken down this year, anyway, Brandon. Everybody's playing bad teams.
Well, that's what
everybody's on the
bro.
So everybody's on the Broncos about being 7-2, but they play bad teams. Everybody's playing bad teams. The league's broken right now.
So really,
the league is terrible, and this is some of the worst football we've seen in years because all around the league it's shitty football.
So Christian is correct. Time of possession was definitely lopsided. We had the ball for 40 minutes and 4 seconds. They had it for 26 and 20.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna win.
TOP was definitely a big factor. And here's the thing: the one thing that I will say on that situation is you play who is put in front of you. I keep telling people this, and that's probably one of the biggest narratives that drives me insane. I don't make my schedule. If I made my schedule, do you think I'd be playing all the crappy teams? No. I'd want to challenge. I want to play some better teams. I want to play the guys that are constantly in the playoffs. I want to be able to go and, iron sharpens iron, all that good stuff.
Dude, and there's no world beaters this year.
Who I play. If you put bum teams in front of me and I go out there and beat the brakes off of them, that's what y'all asked me to do. So I did it. And now because I did that, you're like, oh, I'm not that good because of that. So if you put all those bum teams on the schedule, what do you want me to do? Go back to the league and cry and be like, give me the Eagles, give me the Bucks, give me the Seahawks, give me the Rams, give me and then AFC. I'll take the Chiefs and give me the Bills. And no one makes their own schedule. So people, please, for the life of me, it does not matter about who they played. You play who's on your schedule, and no matter
nobody's world beaters this year either.
Hard games. So by the way, when it comes to the Rams and who they played,
but then
let me see.
But nobody's a world beater in the sense that any team can beat any team this year because there's not one world beater. Nobody's nobody stands out above anybody else.
Yeah, the Ravens were without Lamar. They beat the brakes off the Jags, and the Jags beat us. So
that's just how football goes sometimes.
That's not it. And then, this one they beat the Saints. Well, the Aints because they ain't doing nothing. But it is what it is. So it's just the Ravens.
Any team could be any team this year.
Yeah, anybody can be.
The reason I'm saying it too is because everybody's trying to say that they're the freaking best team in the league right now. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Nobody's. I mean, they have the best offense, I'd say probably because Matthew Stafford. But at the same time, nobody's a world beater. Nobody's that much better than anybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just a little bit different.
they were healthy and stacked when we beat them last time. So anybody can beat anybody. It's like, especially in the divisional games, everybody's knocking the Broncos for beating the Raiders 10-7. It's a divisional game. Divisional games don't count.
They're
Divisional
all
games
hard.
are weird. They're weird and they have crazy things happen because they're divisional games.
You know what killed me about that game? I freaking because I didn't really have anybody to pick up as for quarterback in fantasy, and I picked up Bo Nix's ass, and he only gave me fucking 5 points. I'm like, mother.
Dang.
Oh, that's divisional games. Like the Raiders suck. The Raiders suck, and then they beat the Chiefs' ass in
Exactly.
once a year.
It works out like that. That's
It is what it is. That's division games. So honestly, the league kind of is not great all around. So a lot of games are close, and nobody looks like above and beyond better than anybody. Teams you think are going to win games end up losing, right? You know,
Yep.
Carolina goes and beats the Packers last week. So anybody can beat anybody. It's just I worried about this week because the Niners defense going up against one of the better offenses without, any of our guys is worrisome. So,
all right. Well, so we got all our takes on this game, right? So let's go ahead. We'll move on to the next subject and end it with this one. Let's talk about the trade deadline. Yeah, it came and went for the 49ers. Bunch of fans hell upset that they didn't do anything on the day, but I think all of us could agree we're fine with what happened. Yes.
Yeah, doesn't bother me. Keep the
I mean,
draft pick.
We gotta keep.
I would have been okay if they made a trade, but I mean, what trade's gonna fix the defense to make a big difference, right? Like,
really, we did make a trade technically. We made a trade.
well, I know, yeah. I just mean like
but
if we give up a second for Jermaine Johnson, is he gonna come and make a difference? Now, based on the Niners,
price.
right? So based on what the Niners have done on day 2, even if you add day 1, they're like their hit rate's like 30% under Kyle and John.
Yep.
So I would have been okay giving up a second because our hit rate's pretty low. It's below the league average by 10%, which is 40%. So now I would have been okay with it. Not doing it, I get it. We don't have a lot of picks next year, and we have to hit on them because you have to play into the contracts we have. You paid your quarterback, so that plays into it too. I would have been okay, but I also think if we were going to make a trade, we would have needed to make a trade for a D-line, for two D linemen, for a D end and a D tackle, and then I think we would have needed to make a trade for a safety. And if we weren't going to trade for all 3, there was no reason to trade for any. Right? I would have, if you asked me, I would have been fine with Johnson, bringing Arden Key to play inside like he did when he was with us last time. I think he was playing on the outside with the Titans. And then Minka Fitzpatrick. And the reason I say Minka is because we have no ability to turn the ball over right now. And the only reason I say it is because he's a fucking ball hawk, and it would be nice to have somebody in the backfield that could actually go get their hands on the damn football. So if they weren't going to make all 3 trades to fix the defense, there was no point in making any trades. Because one trade wasn't gonna fix it. There was a couple you needed to make, and if you weren't gonna make multiple, there was no reason to make one.
It is.
We need the draft picks next year too. On top of that, and
yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on draft picks now lately. I feel like the league is starting to move to a point where they're like, draft picks aren't as important as getting a guy who you might think is good. Now, you don't always know if they're going to come to your team and be a guy, so it's still kind of a crapshoot. But it's like half the league is like, draft picks aren't as important because there's a low hit rate on them because it's a crapshoot. So let me go get a guy. It's just, and then half the league's like, I got to have all my picks. It's interesting to where it's going with the picks thing because the Niners and especially this regime has been saved by the late round picks. Yeah. Now they found some Hall of Fame. They have one Hall of Fame pick in the first in day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fred is the one day 2 Hall of Famer, right? Under this regime. Now you could say Bosa's the other one, but Bosa, I don't really count. He's a first rounder, but he's a given. You're not taking anybody but him when he's there available, right? So that's an easy one. So the best pick they've made, other on a day one pick has been Fred Warner.
Yep, of course.
And then you can add maybe like Renardo Green has turned out to be a really good pick so far. Debo was a good pick when he was here. There's not a lot of good day two picks under this team. So, it's like, are the draft picks worth it? Is the trade worth it? It depends on the moment. And it's hard to kind of figure it out with everything being such a crapshoot all the time.
Yeah. But I think like a lot of us said it, especially in the group chat, I think we're all happy that they didn't make the move. A lot of people think that they didn't make the move and calling the season a wash, but I'm like, they're not calling the season a wash. We're just fine with what we have right now.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen this year is why they didn't make the trade, right?
Yeah.
We're still 6-3, and we can make the playoffs, and anything can happen in the playoffs. Kyle coaches his ass off as soon as he gets in the playoffs. He's never been one and done in the playoffs with his team. So even when you expect him to be, so I mean, that's probably the way they're thinking about it too. Is just get to the playoffs. Anything can happen. There's a lot of parity, right?
This is where I've always given Kyle his credit when the man.
And we're not, and it's like
NFC championship or bust.
Yeah, exactly. And now I don't know if that's going to happen, but you just kind of have to roll with what you got. You're 6-3, and
tell us it is. History would state it.
Exactly. And you just got to roll.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, and you just got to roll with what you got. The injuries are what they are. But not trading is actually a vote of confidence for the defense, and it allows you to just let the young guys go out there and play.
Exactly. They believe in
And
it.
honestly, you have to. But that's why they need to get fucking Nick Martin out there and let the young guy learn.
So
because Bethune finally got his chance being a second-year player now, and he's playing great. Let the fucking young guys just play. Let them. I know they are a little bit. Maybe they don't want to completely because we're 6-3, but just let them play.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. We're hoping, the Niners come through and we come back here with the post-game show with the Niners winning and bring
that'd be nice.
Place in the division.
Yeah.
And then we can celebrate for sure. But until next time, guys, Red Jet, what's up? How you doing? We'll be back for a post-game hopefully tomorrow after the game, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what we got.
All right. We'll keep you guys posted on X. Until next time, though, go Niners.
Go Niners.
Peace.